Okay, so in this video we're going to take a look at how easy it is to just take sketches, simple sketches, and turn them into vector illustrations. Okay, so I begin here with a very simple images for a Valentine Day illustration project for wallpaper and cards. So what I'm going to do is I begin and I have these black and white sketches. And what I did first was scan them, brought them into Photoshop, and now place them in Illustrator. Now, the things that are going to work the best for this project, we could say have very definitive shapes and are, we could say, graphic images. And we use that, what we're saying is we can see these really strong contour line areas around. Okay, so I come in, File, Place, and place the image in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to Image Trace. Now, Image Trace is right here. And I could also come to and open up the Image Trace window, which is right here. Now, for this one, I'm only going to do black and white. Now, if your image has a couple colors in it, you might want to do color. You can choose the amount of colors that you'd like to do. Or you could even come on in up through here and, do 3 colors, all that good stuff. So I'm just going to do black and white. And I'm going to click, and I am going to turn it into a vector. So there we go, voila, it is now a vector. So now I'm going to work with what I have, and I'm going to hit expand, and I can see that these are the paths and the anchors. And what's really kind of amazing is when I open up the image trace window, it's going to tell you too. Let me hit expand. Okay, so I click onto this guy. Oh, I already hit expand, darn. All right, if I go back, it will tell you how many it has. So just by scanning it, there were 2,252 anchor points in just 2 colors. That's a lot. Once I hit expand though, I can't do the image trace thing. It's gone beyond that. So the 2 colors that I have are black and white. I want to get rid of the white right now so I can work with the image a little bit more. So I hit expand. I'm going to click off. So I'm just going to click onto the artboard so it's not selected anymore. I'm going to come to my white arrow and I'm going to select the white. And I know that I've selected the white. I can see it up in the front, right? Let me go back here. All right, so I click onto the white, and now I'm going to come to select same, and I'm going to choose the fill color, and I'm going to hit delete. Now all that white is gone. Now when I click on, I grab my black arrow and I click, these are all grouped together. It's just kind of the way they're coming over. So I'm going to come to object and ungroup, and there we have it. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to work with these images. So I'm going to start with this guy right here. And just so I can see the similarities, I'm going to go to edit, copy, edit, paste in front. And again, just so we can see what's happening, I could, take all these other guys, kind of move them over. I just got myself in isolation mode because I'm going to work with them later. I'm going to work with these guys later. So I'm going to move this guy up. Okay, there we go. Okay, so, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit because this is really going to be my focus. Okay. Now, even when I click on this, I can see, wow, there's really a lot of anchor points, right? And if I want to smooth this out a little bit, what could I do? I could do a couple things. One, I can add to it by adding more strokes, but I'm going to begin with the smooth tool. So I'm going to come on in and over in here, I want to try to smooth that area out a little bit. Now, it's interesting too, what happens is you can see, let me see if I can try to thicken this one up, and I'm thinning it out. If I start coming down, I can start thickening it up a little bit. What I'm doing here is when you smooth it out, you don't have as many anchor points. Now, if this part right here has gotten too thin, I could also add to it. So, and what I would do with that is I would grab my blob brush and any of the brushes and make sure I have the black and add into it. So that's another idea to smooth that out. It's always great actually working with like a Wacom tablet with those two to get it. And then again, coming on in. Okay. Selecting this, guy, grabbing the smooth tool. I think you get the idea. And bringing things together a little bit more. So if there's any areas that you're looking at that you want to kind of smooth out or add to, I would recommend working with a combination of the different brushes. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at these two. There's the differences. I can see how this one is much smoother over in here. And I can work with, I'm going to come on in and work with this little part down in there just a little bit. But again, zooming on in, getting in nice and close, and really, you know, you can really keep working with this. All right, so here we go. I'm going to click onto this guy, and I'm going to work with the smooth tool. And you can see what the smooth tool really does is it starts evening out. So there we have it. Wow, look at that. That looks, I like that. Starts working with your anchor points a little bit, and now what else you can do too is you can grab onto the white arrow and click, right, and move things out. That's another idea. And, you know, you can just spend hours of your life working on this stuff. It is great, great, great fun. I'm going to get rid of this little kind of knob that's coming in right there. So I'm going to grab my smooth tool one more time. And it's gone. Okay, now from here, let's say that I want to come on in and add color. And I can even come in here and say, oh, you know, this is out a little bit too much. You can bring this in a little bit. You know, and I would definitely recommend really zooming in and seeing what you have. So let's compare the two. Okay, yeah, so I definitely can see some of the subtle differences in this one. All right, so now what I want to do before I do anything, because I added that extra little stroke up in there, the blob brush, it looks like it is merged, but I just want to make sure. I'm going to select all of this, and I'm going to merge it. So I'm going to come to the Pathfinder, and I can hit click unite, okay? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add color. So I'm going to choose a color. Choose a color, any color. Now, if the color doesn't come in, because I opened this up and it was black and white, the color information doesn't always travel with it. So if that is the case, here I'm going to draw my shape and then I'll change the color up. All right, so I grab my shape tool. I'm going to come on in. Draw a shape, any shape, there it is. Okay, now I can see that I have this little guy right here, recolor artwork. I'm just come on in and set this to red, okay. Come on into my color guide, now I can change it. Okay, beautiful. I'm gonna come to Object Arrange, Send to Back. Okay, I'm gonna make this lighter. Okay, beautiful. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to come in, I'm gonna select all of this. And if I want to get rid of the area around it, I can even come in and change the color inside. I'm going to use the Pathfinder and I'm going to choose Divide. So here is Divide. I click Divide. Now I'm going to grab my white arrow and click and delete around it. And now here I have this. Okay, now I can also come in and change the color in here. And I'm going to come on in. I love the color guide. You get a lot of really great info from the color guide. And I'm going to come on in and have the colors go from light to dark. So because I divided it, I can see that every single one of these colors is its own little thing. So I can click this one, and I'm going to go to this one, and then I'm going to come, and I forget where I was, to this one. Hopefully you'll remember better than I do. And I can be even a little bit more dramatic if I want to, and come to that one, or to this one. Go to that one. All right, so there we have it. Voila! I can even come in and you know, change this color in here. Come on in, make it even something richer. All right, and I have one of my graphics for my Valentine holiday project. All right, let's just take a look at one more. Okay. I'm going to come on in. Now, I could even treat this one differently, right? I could come in and do other things to this one. So I could come in, and we can see, right, using a combination, even grabbing onto the white arrow, Selecting that, I could come in, I could pull this down. Oh, not liking that too much. I'm gonna select a larger area. So I'm gonna grab onto my lasso tool. I'm gonna select, I want more of these anchor points. All right, again, I could come in, work with the smooth tool and really work with this a little bit more. But I want to take a look at another one. I'm going to come on up and look at this guy right in here. Okay, so I'm going to grab my lasso and select this one right in here. Okay, now the reason why I want to take a closer look at this one is because I can see that there are some areas that are not all the way connected. So what will happen is if we do what we just did, we're going to run into the problem that I won't be able to put a color fill in here because of this right here. So I'm going to connect that. So again, you can use your brush or your blob brush tool. Either one is good. Again, I can make this a little bit bigger or smaller. Now, what I'm doing is I'm just using the parentheses. You can make your brush bigger and smaller. So that's a keyboard shortcut. So I can just come on in and connect that guy. I'm going to redo that because I want him a little bit smaller. I didn't like how big that was. Okay, now it is connected. Beautiful. Now again, you can do the same thing. I'm not going to take all the time to do all that with going in and smoothing things. Now, also, if I wanted to get rid of this little area right there, I could just color that in black. Okay. Now the blob brush usually should have everything merged together, but I always just like to be on the safe side and select this area right in here and grab the Pathfinder tool. And so let's see if I start moving this. Let's see, everything's moving together, which is beautiful. Sometimes it won't. The blob might read as being a separate object. Usually, though, the blob brush should merge it on there. So let's just do it just to be safe. Let's do unite. Okay, so all of those extra strokes that we did to make sure things were connected and cover up those little white areas are now part of this. And we'll do it one more time. I'm going to choose a different color, a different color, a different color. Let's see if I come on in. All right, it's still coming in as gray. Let's see here. We do this, new swatch, okay. Comes on in over there. Now I believe moving from there, it will come on in. There we go. Okay, that's what I wanted to happen. All right. Again, I'm going to grab a shape. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to hold. So when you hold down Option and Shift, it comes from the center, and now it's perfect. It's a square. I'm going to come to Object, Arrange, Send to Back. And again, what I did was I just selected this guy right here, and on the Pathfinder, I chose Divide. Okay, now you can also use your Shape Builder tool, not to make things more confusing, but your Shape Builder tool is pretty awesome. And you can just come and you can click, and you can click, and you can click, and then you can come on in and you can select that and you can delete it. Okay, same thing with the Shape Builder tool, right? So when we grab, it works very much the same way as the Pathfinder in a lot of ways. So I can click and just come on in, click. Now these are all little separate areas, and then you could come in and change the color. So again, I find when I come in and change the color, and you can really decide. So I ended up getting the whole thing. Now, I tend to like Divide a little bit better because it just does it really quickly, especially for something like this. So again, where is my Pathfinder window? Pathfinder, it's open somewhere. I just never can see it. It's behind here. Okay. So I'm going to, this is my divide right here, divide. Now they're all divided. And I'm going to click that guy. Turn him nice and light. Turn this one darker. All right, and just start coming through and changing things up. Now I can also hold down Shift and select, multiple random areas. I'm going to grab my eyedropper and click. Oops. All right, I got the wrong thing. Okay, not working. Okay. All right, so one more time. Let's try this again. All right, so sometimes making sure that you're getting the right thing. So I want to just grab that color and change that color. So what I was trying to do was grab my eyedropper and select that. Okay, now that worked. I was selecting something that I shouldn't have. So I'm going to try to do multiple ones one more time. So I have that one. I'm going to hold down Shift. I'm going to click that. All right, now I'm going to grab my eyedropper. Okay, and start changing colors out. All right, so I think you got the idea. Really quick and easy ways that you can come in and change things up. Again, the tools that we looked at live trace, image trace. Image trace is the tool. We looked at working with the smooth tool. We looked at working the difference between the black arrow and the white arrow. Working with the Pathfinder tool, how we can add color and create some very interesting, one-of-a-kind vector illustration, taking sketches in a sketchbook, ideas in our sketchbook, and bringing them to the computer. Thanks so much for listening.